Yo, what is up? It is the Hoof podcast right here on the Cover One Network. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy. I feel like everybody says that. It's your boy. Bing bong. Like everybody says that. But y'all know who I am. It's me. It's Sterling. I'm out here, repping for y'all out here in Denver in the CO. It was like 70 degrees out here today. 70 degrees. But listen, we couldn't make all this possible without you guys. So, just like we do every single week, I'm gonna come in here and a little shout out. Scott Blakely in the house. What's good, my dude? We got Charles. Charles says release Leslie Frazier. He's black. He doesn't have the intellectual capacity. Oh, whoa. Whoa, that just took a turn for the worse. No, thank you, Charles. Autumn, what's good? How you doing? Jason, what's up? What's up? I mean, there's a lot of y'all in here. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. So it's just me, it's just me in here talking, but Eric is behind the scenes. He's producing the show. Hey, Victor says, what's good? From Los Angeles, California. So we kind of on the West Coast, man. I'd definitely be digging Los Angeles, but shit, you can't afford anything out there right now. It's so damn expensive. Yes, this show's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. But let's get into this. Let's get into this, shall we? Yes, the mod should have blocked that, right? Coming in here with that BS, man. What's wrong with you, Charles? Bro, be doing that, man. Get a life. Ron Beck, what's good, my boy? What is good? All right. So keep it coming. Keep it coming in here. Listen, this is the Cover One Network. You can find all of our work every day of the week, from the film room to my guy Greg Tomset and Aaron Quinn, right? I mean, the Bills guys are here, right? I mean, we got it locked and loaded all freaking week. But man, thank you for watching the show. Thank you for your support. So let's get into this, shall we? I mean, it's free agency. And I'm like this, man. Like, free agency is like Christmas. I get more excited about NFL free agency and what the Bills are going to do than I do Christmas. And that's facts. I mean, it's one thing when you're like a kid, right? And you wait for Santa to come down the chimney to eat your cookies or whatever. Or if you in the ghetto, you in the hood, he ain't coming down the chimney because you ain't got one of them. My man's going to have to come through the back screen door or something. But if you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. But NFL free agency, man, is so much fun because, this whole legal tampering period, which I really don't understand why you need a legal tampering period, because a lot of times these deals are made at the NFL Combine the week before. So you got the agents, they're going up there and they're talking to these GMs and they're brokering deals and getting interest for their clients and etc. So a lot of these deals that you're going to see pop out tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, or the ones that you even heard of, a lot of this stuff is already done behind the scenes, man. But for the fans, it's a lot of fun. And things do pop off. Players get released. We're going to talk about that during the show. We're even going to do a live mock draft toward the end because the Bills did sign some people. So we're going to get into all that. So whether you're at home, you're making dinner, you're driving, please don't watch this. If you're driving, just listen, okay? But whatever you're doing, wherever you are, man, thank you for tuning into the show. And we're going to do this thing, man. We're going to do this thing. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about a few things, right? So, around the league, okay? So Randy Gregory, okay? This is if you are a hater of the Cowboys, this is going to bless your soul, right? Most Bills fans, we're not like pro Cowboy fans. Like, they beat us in 2 Super Bowls. Their fans always talking shit about 2 Super Bowls that were, when Moses was around, like, nobody cares. But they got a couple Super Bowls against the Bills. I did cry, right? I shed a tear. I didn't pour one out for the homie, but I did cry. Okay, it was heartbreaking. But Randy Gregory, let's talk about my guy for a minute. So, he's a defensive end. He's a pass rusher. He's a pretty good edge rusher. The Broncos were kind of flirting around with Von Miller, who won a Super Bowl with the Rams, right? And Randy Gregory, it was reported a couple nights ago that Randy Gregory was going to re-sign with the Cowboys. And we know how Jerry is. Jerry is going to put that money up, right? That dude, he be trying to pay everybody. I don't get it, man. My man Jerry Jones be trying to pay everybody, but I guess he goes up to your boy Randy Gregory and is like, yo, I'm gonna offer you this contract, blase. And apparently the Broncos said, hold my beer. It came in there with a surprise because the Denver Broncos now have Randy Gregory. My guy over here is getting the freaking bag. I think they got him on a 4-year, $70 million deal, and he's getting $28 million for signing with the Denver Broncos. That's some generational money right there. So Randy Gregory got taken away from the Cowboys, and now he is a Denver Bronco. Gotta freaking love it. Oh, this news just came out maybe an hour or so ago, or they're about to. But the Rams are releasing Johnny Hekker. Johnny Hekker is he's one of the best punters in the league, and we know how Matt Hawk is. My man is struggling. If we were in Texas, them ladies say, "Bless your heart, you're so bad." He is bad. My guy is a bad punter. We saw Brandon Beane just, kind of restructure his deal. Basically, he's on a 1-year deal now. 1 year, and then they can opt out of the deal. You have to get Greg Thompson on here to talk about these contracts and the monies and all that stuff. But Johnny Hekker got released, man. And I'm telling you right now, if Brandon Beane's not on that phone to get that heck yeah shirt, just think, we see that blue and yellow, that blue and gold. I mean, just think if that was Bills Mafia colors. I would take Johnny Hekker in a heartbeat. Yes, and I know we all, Matt Hawk can hold or whatever, but if you can't punt and that's your job, like, you can be a good punter and be a solid holder. Like, it doesn't need to be separate. But I do appreciate what they did for our kicker, Mr. Bass, right? And I think he's one of the best kickers in the league. But we definitely need a kicker that can handle the winds in Buffalo. That's on top. That's man, facts. Get Matt Hawk out of here or draft somebody. Okay, draft the guy from Colorado State in my own backyard. Go get that guy. Okay, there's a guy in San Diego State. Go get him. Like, come on, man. Come on, Brandon Beane. All right, draft him or get Johnny Hekker. That'd be fantastic. But also, did y'all hear about Deshaun Watson? Okay, we all know about his legal situation. Okay, we know about his legal situation, and right, wrong, or indifferent. Okay, he didn't play last year because of his legal issues, legal troubles with the ladies. Getting the spanky spank, whatever he was doing in the boom boom room and these these parlors out here. But right, wrong, or indifferent, I don't care. But my man he's back on the block. Like, he is there ready. He's ready to play again. Okay. If you I saw this and I just started dying laughing, man. But my boy Deshaun Watson out here looking like Bill Cosby. I don't know if he's doing the roofie or if he's getting with the pudding pup. I don't know what he's doing, but hey, the internet, man. The internet is undefeated. Like, this shit on the internet is funny. But Deshaun Watson apparently met with the Cleveland Browns today. Now, I've been on this show defending Baker Mayfield prior to the season. I thought, Baker is a decent quarterback. That's about it. A lot of people think the man's trash. Whatever. He kind of trash now. I mean, he was injured last year, but still, he's extremely limited quarterback. We all know that. He's not the future in Cleveland. Rumor has it, though. Well, it's not even rumor. It's fact. It's confirmed that Baker Mayfield, sitting back doing his commercials, Deshaun Watson's coming to town to meet with the Browns for a potential trade. I don't know the parameters of the trade. Not saying it's going to happen, but he's talking to the Browns, he's talking to the Saints, and he's talking to the Falcons. Now, the Falcons is an interesting one because he was a ball boy with the Falcons. He grew up down in the ATL. That's like an hour where I grew up from. I grew up in Chattanooga, but my boy Baker Mayfield is in shambles. Yeah, somebody about to take his job, and it's telling. If you're the franchise quarterback and they're bringing somebody else in to talk. It's kind of like the whole Miami Dolphins thing when they were doing the whole thing with Tua. The same thing is happening with Baker Mayfield. And so if you're going to do that, you might as well just be done. Let that man go. Trade him. Do what you got to do. Hit the reset button. Just listen. Get rid of him. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Ron Beck says, you think they do a commercial with Watson moving in and Baker throwing him the keys to the stadium? Shit, he probably would. He'd probably be happy as hell to do it too. But it's not Cleveland that's bad. It's Baker. It's Baker all the way, man. All the way. So those are some interesting little topics to start off with. JC Jackson is another one. Let's talk about the Patriots for a minute. JC Jackson, we know he's a pretty good corner, but he lives on Diggs Island. Diggs be cooking him up. Diggs cooked him up last year. The last 2 years, Stephon Diggs was cooking JC Jackson all the time. Okay. But JC Jackson, you would think that, like, my boy is a good corner. He's a really good corner. And I don't understand why the Patriots, I mean, you're going to go sign all them damn tight ends, but you ain't got no money for JC Jackson? Like, what? What? I mean, that works perfectly for the Bills because we're going to straight cook those DBs. They ain't got a chance. They saw what happened in the playoffs with J.C. Jackson on the field when Josh Allen came in there. When they came into Daddy's house, and Josh Allen spanked them boys. And look, I guess it's one of those things where you get beat up, and everybody's got to go. He said, "Hey, you got to go." So J.C. Jackson gets that bag with the Chargers. And they also traded Shaq Mason with Brady coming out of retirement. Oh, my God, Tom Brady. Tom Brady. I can't. I can't. I just can't. Okay? I can't. Tom Brady, my man, somebody put a tweet out talking about, Jesus was in the wilderness for 40 days, and so was Tom Brady. Like, why did you retire? Like, why? And I get that you still want to play, but there's always, nobody just retires. You go through all that drama, and then you're going to say you're going to come back 40 days later. Come on, bruh. Listen, I'm telling you right now, don't give him no media, no press. When next time he retires, nobody should say nothing. Let that man go and let him ride into the sunset. He is the GOAT. All right. But he, he's on his social media talking about small. I got unfinished business. Bro, what? You got 7 Super Bowls. What kind of unfinished business do you have? Like, get the hell out of here, Tom. Like, I love you, bro. But yo, why? You know what, John Wolf? I appreciate that because I'm a funny dude. Okay. That's how I get in. All right. Sometimes, the looks don't necessarily always get you in, man. You got to have the personality. So sometimes I got to rock with the personality, my dude. But let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Also, it just came out. The Browns could trade Baker Mayfield even if they don't get Deshaun Watson. So I don't know, I don't know what his potential suitors are, but good luck. You're not going to get a first round pick out of him. Maybe a third and a fifth for a Baker Mayfield. But man, he's so limited. I just don't know what you're going to do, man. I just don't know what you're going to do. All right. So here's let's talk about this for a minute. So and Bills fan, if you've been a Bills fan for a long time, you're going to understand what I'm about to talk about. Okay? Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars for a minute. The Jacksonville Jaguars, Eric, find out how many games the Jaguars have won in the last 4 years. Can you look that up for me? how many games the Jaguars have won in the last 4 years. But I say that to say, like, this is a really bad franchise. And when you're a bad franchise and you don't, draft, develop, and sign, this is kind of what you get. So they've been awful for years. Now they do have a glimmer of hope. They got, Lawrence as their quarterback, which he's going to be a good quarterback. Like, been watching him for a long time. Clemson guy. He's going to be good. Travis Etienne, y'all know I wanted to draft him in the first round last year, but Jaguars went and got him. We didn't get him. Whatever. Okay. But the Jaguars beat the Bills last year. I know that's a sore subject right now. We don't like to talk about that, but that's not the point. The point is 25 wins in the past 5 years, man. In the past 5 years, you got 25 wins. That's not gonna cut it. Okay, that's not gonna cut it. 15 wins in the last 4 seasons. Like, yo, y'all are bad. But when this is how bad it gets, though, because when you're so bad, you got to do stuff like this. This is from Tom Pelissero. The Jaguars negotiated $229.5 million. $229 million of contracts yesterday. Let's talk about this. Christian Kirk, Bill's target or a guy that the fans wanted. I was like, okay. We thought his annual average salary would be, 15 mil, right? And we thought that was too steep for the Bills, given his production and what he's done on the field. My man only has 4 100-yard games in his entire career. 4 years, $72 million. What? Brandon Scherf, really good guard. I like this move. 3 years, $49 million. Foye Olakun. He's an athletic linebacker, right? He's got about 1.5 years of production, really. 3 years, $45 million for a linebacker, and you just let go of Miles Jack. What are you doing? Foley Fatukasi, 3 year, $30 million. Zay Jones, y'all know who Zay Jones is, a former Buffalo Bill, Las Vegas Raider, 3 years, $24 million. Zay Jones is not even good. And then they went and got Evan Ingram for 1 year, $9 million, man. Like, this is bad teams. When you're a bad team, this is the kind of stuff you got to do. You're overpaying for all those players. Overpaying. Brandon Scherf, I can understand that because you got a young quarterback. You want to keep him protected, whatever. That's pretty good. The rest of that, that's trash. Look, and again, I tell you, the internet is undefeated, man. Jaguars 2022 free agency versus 2021 free agency. I don't know if y'all had, listen, I'm Team Oreo all the way. But if you, let me tell you what kind of person you are. If you go to Walmart and you buy the Twist and Shouts, bro, you got to stop. Yo, you might as well put water in your milk, okay? Because that is so diabolical. That's so messed up. That, like, y'all be tripping. If you put water in your milk and you buy Twist and Shouts and you dip that, oh no, player, you can't do it. I can't do it. Just buy the damn Oreos, man. If you need help buying Oreos, dog, we can start a GoFundMe. I can DM you. I can send you some money to buy some damn Oreos. But the Jacksonville Jaguars, they went ham on free agency, man. They said, free agency, hold my beer. Let me go on and put 230 bills on this thing. All right. I don't know if it's going to turn out anything. The Jaguars, I mean, Urban Meyer. You had Urban Meyer as your coach. Like, what? I don't know, man. This is when you're a bad team, this is what you do. This is what you do. So, yeah, I just can't. One guy, though, on a positive note, one guy, Mitchell Trubisky. Let's talk about the boy Money Mitch. All right. He was a backup with us last year. We appreciate what he was able to do in backing up Josh Allen. Thank God he really didn't have to play, only a mop-up duty. Josh Allen, knock on wood, has been healthy. Let's keep it that way. But Mitchell Trubisky is a guy that we want to see him succeed, man. Like, we know what he was with the Bears, and the Bears are extremely dysfunctional. Khalil Mack, by the way, to the Chargers. Damn. They got a squad brewing, man. J.C. Jackson, Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr., Bosa, Mack. Whew, they're gonna be nasty. But Mitchell Trubisky signed a 2-year. I think he's getting $14 million annually, which is that's a good bridge contract for a quarterback. He can come in and he can at least be solid, right? He can at least, right the ship until they figure out what they want to do, right? And I like that it's a team-friendly deal for Pittsburgh, because typically right now, starting quarterbacks in NFL going for 30, 35 mil a season. You're getting Mitchell Trubisky, and you can still draft a guy, right? You can still draft a guy in the first round. Maybe you want to get Malik Willis and have him sit there and develop, right? Or have him in a quarterback competition with Mitchell Trubisky and your boy Mason Rudolph. So that's dope for Mitchell Trubisky. Eric Farrell comes in with the super chat. He says, should we have given Levi that deal? So it is reported, and that was the next thing. It was reported Levi Wallace signed a 2-year, $8 million contract. I mean, I go back and forth. Like, I think the Bills could have afforded that contract. I thought he'd break the bank. I thought he'd get $7-8 million a year, right? But he didn't. 2 years, $8 million. So and I don't know the incentives in there. A lot of times these contracts, you got to wait till it plays out. But I think I'm good on Levi Wallace, because you need more at the cornerback position. It's just not good enough. Like, the Bills got knocked out of the playoffs. Well, because Trey White wasn't there, for one. But Levi Wallace is a solid cornerback, but you need more, man. You need more. And when you're going to have to go up against Kansas City. I mean, we saw what that did. 13 seconds, man. Or a minute before that, Tyreek Hill's running down the damn field for 60 yards. Like, yo, we got to do better at the cornerback position. That's just on top. That's the point. Like, the Bills got to do better. They need another athletic corner that can turn and run. Give me a ball hawk. Give me a ball hawking corner. Go find one. So yeah, the Bills definitely have a hole at cornerback. And it's funny, people are reporting, well, now the Bills are in the market for a cornerback. Levi Wallace wasn't even on the team, bro. They released him. So he wasn't even like they didn't release him. They let him go into free agency to flap his wings. My man's got a contract, man. Good for Levi Wallace to get some money. Good for Levi to get some money. All right. Yeah, Levi Wallace. I mean, like the guy, but there's just not enough there. You're exactly right, Ark Omen. It ain't enough there. Bill Bassler said, I'd be okay with that contract, but I'm good. Yeah, I want more there too. Yeah. And it's okay. You know what? It's okay to say you want more from a position, especially a premium position that's cornerback. You got to have good corners. I'm not saying everybody has to be Trey White. Everybody has to be a lockdown corner, but you at least have to have your guy opposite Trey White. You need a guy that can hang. And too many times, Levi's getting cooked, especially when it comes to receivers with speed. I mean, me and Jay Spence was at the Pittsburgh game, a season opener, and Deontay Johnson worked Levi Wallace so bad. Worked that man so bad. And you didn't even, if watched on TV, you wouldn't even noticed. And Big Ben wasn't even giving the ball because it was quick. It's a quick game. That little pop gun offense that Matt Canada likes to run in Pittsburgh. But he was cooking. He was cooking Levi Wallace. Cooking him. So, hey, man, I ain't going to hate. But, congrats to Levi for getting another contract, man. We'll see what happens. But it ain't here. So, I mean, that makes me happy because the Bills have to get a cornerback. You got Dane Jackson. I think he's a guy that's going to start in place of Trey White till he gets back. I think he's gonna go on the PUP list, right? That means he's gonna miss the first 6 games. But you got to find a guy, and maybe we find a solution to that tonight during our little live mock draft. So we'll see what Brandon Beane has in store when it comes to the cornerback position. I think they do need to get a depth free agent piece. So hey man, there's some cornerbacks out there. All right, Dante Jackson. Go get him. It'd be great. It'd be a great addition. Harrison Phillips, 3-year, $19 million. My man's going to the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, horrible Harry played well at times in his career, but it wasn't always consistent. Injuries kind of, my man had injuries. So, that's one of those things he needs to clean up. But I think it's a great opportunity for him to go play in Minnesota. He's a leader on and off the field. So at least, it's not like they're breaking the bank. You're at least getting a solid locker room guy. And a guy maybe, a little bit more getting his body right and so forth. Maybe he could start putting together some more consistent tape. We'll see. The Bills re-signed Isaiah McKenzie. Okay. It was reported at first it was a 2-year, $8 million contract. That's false. They got Isaiah McKenzie on a cheap deal. But the reason, not to talk about the contract, but I want to talk about his role. I still think the Bills need 2 wide receivers. But I do like the fact that they brought back Isaiah McKenzie. I didn't think that they would get him back on such a cheap deal. But if you're Isaiah McKenzie, continuity's nice, and you're playing one of the best quarterback in the league in Josh Allen. You're going to know the offense. I figured that the Giants would have paid a little bit more money for him. And we don't know. I don't know if they were in contract talks or whatever, but maybe Isaiah McKenzie just didn't want to leave Buffalo. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable. Maybe he just wanted to stay. But what is his role? What is his role? I think maybe he's getting an elevated role to play more wide receiver, not so much of the gadgety stuff. And maybe I think it would behoove, Ken Dorsey to use him in those similar packages that he was used last year. I think that would be good. But I think maybe with JD McKissic, we're going to talk about him a little later. Maybe they want to use him more in a traditional wide receiver role. That'd be nice to give him an opportunity. This guy, he's 27 years old. He really hasn't had a lot of production in his young NFL career. He didn't really do anything but fumble in Denver. He came here and he's making he's making it happen. My guy Wise says women like it a little dirty. Yeah, I could say that. I could agree with that. I totally could agree with that. That's hilarious. But yeah, use him in a slot. He's not Cole Beasley. He offers a different skill set. He gives you more of a speed element, more of a little downfield threat, a little shiftiness. But he's back with the Bills. I can't be too mad about that. And we know he's not going to contribute as a kick returner. My man had 2 fumbles last year. Okay, we're done with McKenzie as a returner. But I don't want to see Micah Hyde returning punts. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that, man. I can't. So his contract details are, it's a 1 year in 2023, about $2.175 million and a 300 dead cap hit. So if he could get out of that contract, the Bills can get out of that contract in 23. So after this season, all right, they can get out of it. So I don't think that's going to deter the Bills. I still think you need 2 wide receivers. You need some more weapons for Josh Allen. So they gotta do something about that. And McKenzie, he career high in drop percentage was 11%. I like the move, but I don't think we should just expect him to come in and just dominate or have this gigantic elevated role and we can't draft a receiver because we got Isaiah McKenzie. No, the way that contract The way that contract is laid out, they can move on for him. No, I don't think DK Metcalf is coming to Buffalo, which I would love DK Metcalf in the Bills uni rocking with Josh Allen, man. You kidding me? That would be solid. But no, I don't think DK Metcalf's coming. And by the way, if you want me to comment or talk about your comment in depth, do a super chat, man. Do a super chat. But I like to go in here and little stuff that I see. If I see it, I'll point it out. But it is what it is. Brandon Beane. All right, my guy. Brandon Beane is dealing during free agency, man. We've seen him. They're restructuring Matt Milano's contract for some move. I don't know. Or maybe they're just trying to get on the cap, right? Or trying to make space for the moves that they made. Or maybe there's a Chandler Jones thing coming. I don't know. All right. But they extended Mitch Morse, right? They did something with Matt Hawk's contract. I mean, the way Brandon Beane, he's my man's playing chess while we're playing checkers. Like he's one of the best GMs in the league. He's one of the top 5 GMs in the league. And that's not me being a homer. That's just facts. Like Brandon Beane is just that good. But the point of me saying that is my man's been dealing in free agency. All right. Now, I didn't expect the Bills to make any moves like yesterday. I didn't expect it. I did not expect it. And, the night before, I really didn't sleep because, and then the spring forward, like, can we talk about, man, what? Why do we got spring forward, man? Can we just not do that? I'm over it. But really, Sunday night, you don't sleep, man. You're checking Twitter, scrolling all damn day. All right. You're checking it all day. And Monday comes around and shit, I'm at work. Everybody's at work. But, I'm on my phone because I got to see what's going on. And boom, here we go. Roger Saffold is a Buffalo Bill. And I'm like, yo, I like that move. And we saw them cut Darrell Williams, right? Now, Darrell Williams, we knew he was a cut candidate. We didn't really think that he was stick. He was playing right tackle. They kicked him inside the guard. Spencer Brown with the right tackle. We know the story. But the contract that he was under was for the right tackle position. And now he's a guard. And so like for that amount of money annually, it's like, man, you got to cut him. Now, it was reported that, there might be they might do something later. Like if he can't find what he's looking for, maybe he comes back. And if he wants to come in as a depth piece, or he wants to challenge a left guard with Ryan Bates, which I think Ryan Bates played better. He played better last year. Oh, Saffold's going to go to left guard, so Ryan Bates is going to go to right guard. So Bates, if Darrell Williams were to come back on a reduced contract and Cody Ford in a draft pick, I think those guys, and then Darrell Williams, if he were to come back, he could be the swing tackle or whatever. That would be fantastic. I would really like that. I would really like that. But Roger Saffold, man, he's a Pro Bowl. He's a freaking Pro Bowl guard. All right. Listen, man, 2 sacks allowed last year. He's played left guard for the last 5 years. He was drafted out of Indiana as a freaking tackle. The guy is just a freaking brick house. He's a brick house, man. Got a mean streak to him. All right. He allowed like 26 pressures last year, according to PFF. Okay. All at left guard. Like he played next to Deion Dawkins in the Pro Bowl. Like that's pretty damn cool. So just think, Josh Allen doesn't want to play in the Pro Bowl, but you got the showman, the snowman, and freaking Roger Saffold on your left side with Mitch Morse at center. Come on, man. Come on. Like, do y'all understand how good of an offensive line that is? Let that sink in for a minute. Deion Dawkins had his best season last year. You get Roger Saffold at left guard, Mitch Morse, Ryan Bates. Let's say Ryan Bates for now, and the one of the most athletic tackles in the game in Spencer Brown. Oh, and by the way, we got Aaron Cromer as an offensive line coach, one of the best offensive line coaches in the league. What? Are you kidding me? Yo, you remember early last season when the Bills couldn't get a run game going? We're hot. We're pissed. Man, get rid of the offensive lineman. Get rid of freaking Bobby Johnson. I mean, we were hot because Josh Allen was out there getting his ass killed. We lost the Jacksonville game because the damn line couldn't block. Now, hey, what did Brandon Beane say? He said that my main focus this offseason is to protect Josh Allen. So you do that by bringing in Roger Saffold. Yo, he's going to help. He is an elite run blocker. Let me say that again so you get that in your head. My man is an elite run blocker. He's nasty. He can get to the second level. He's athletic. The screen game could be coming back. You know, the Bills are going to be running more of a zone run blocking scheme, right? I'm telling you, man. Like, outside of last year, I think he's an above average. I would say he's an above average pass blocker too. So he's got a lot of production in his 13 years in the league. The Bills get him on a 1-year contract, really. And he wanted to come to Buffalo. You want to know why? Because them boys about to win the Super Bowl. That boy's about to win the Super Bowl. Listen, y'all know this, but the Bills in the next 3 years are winning the Super Bowl. You better put your freaking it's Bible. It's happening. The Bills will win the Super Bowl next 3 years. So you're starting to see players around the league want to come to Buffalo because they know, yo, Josh Allen's that dude. Y'all saw what he did at Kansas City in the playoffs. Y'all saw what he did in New England in the playoffs. Come on now. Josh Allen's that dude. So, yeah, players are wanting to come play in Buffalo. And that's crazy. Like, you know, we as Bills fans, we've heard the Bills are Siberia. They're this, they're that. Nobody wants to play there. Their stadium, blah, 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 blah. But now they're good. The Bills are good. Roger Saffold, last 5 seasons, all snaps have been at left guard. Okay. According to PFF, Saffold was 96.8 efficient in pass blocking, allowing only 2 sacks, 7 quarterback hits, and 17 quarterback hurries. Damn. My boy's good. My boy is good. And by the way, if you haven't done so already, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the Hoof Podcast and the Cover One Network. I just had to say that real quick. I had to. All right. Thoughts on Best Highlight says thoughts on Danielle Hunter and Chandler Jones. You know, I have thoughts on that. Thank you for the super chat, my dude. Danielle Hunter is a 27-year-old pass rusher. He's an elite pass rusher. Okay. And once we get to the live mock, you're going to see, but there are no pass rushers available at 25. It's kind of like, you know, the Bills really they weren't too high on Justin Jefferson, which he turned out to be great, but sitting there at pick 30, or I think they were pick 30, or maybe they were pick 25 or 27 that year or something like that. But they felt like we need to get a guy in here. And Stephon Diggs was available. Brandon Beane called up the Vikings, was like, yo, I'll give you first round pick. Let's swap these picks, blah, 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 boom, boom, done. Done. I would love for that to happen. What would it take to get Danielle Hunter on the Bills? I would take your first round pick, maybe a third or fourth round pick, and a pick next year. I think that would get it done, and throw in AJ Epinesa. Then you get a 27-year-old monster of a pass rusher. That would be fantastic. Now, Chandler Jones, I think Chandler Jones comes to the Bills. I don't have any sources, but he hasn't signed. If I haven't mistaken, I mean, I'm sure you guys will tell me if he signed, but he has not signed. And so he's still out there. He's still out there. He's available. And, you know, Chandler Jones is a Rochester guy, went to Syracuse. You know, he's right at home. Everybody talking about they done seen him at Duff's. They done seen him, you know, the thing, with all the free agents, you know, everybody's seen him everywhere in the city, whatever. Nah, I don't think so. But Chandler Jones is a good pass rusher, man. I think he's 32 years old. Don't let the age fool you, because the dude can still ball. He can still play. And just think, when you got Ed Oliver, Tim Settle, Daquan Jones, Rousseau on the outside, man, and develop another year under his belt. Chandler Jones, bro, or Danielle Hunter. Oh my God. It's over. So those are my thoughts on those guys. Those are my thoughts. Trey says I'd much rather have Von Miller. I like Von Miller. I think he's still a good pass rusher, man. And he played his ass off in the playoffs. I like Von Miller. Joshua Mitchell says the Chargers are better than the Bills. Nope. Nope. We've seen the Chargers load up their roster, but it never why didn't they make the playoffs? They don't make the playoffs. You got to show me. Show me that. In the last head-to-head matchup, the Bills beat them. So, no, the Chargers are not better than the Bills. I'm sorry. And Justin Herbert is not better than Josh Allen. Y'all can miss me with that because you know that ain't – you don't do that. I got the stats to back it up. I watched too much of this film with Josh Allen. No, it ain't happening. But I appreciate you, bro. So let's talk about Tim Settle, Daquan Jones. Tim Settle. It's an intriguing prospect. He's one of the guys, cover one, and Daquan Jones. Those are two guys that cover one, our network and our guys here. We've been kind of talking about these two guys in our chat, and the Bills got them. Nobody knows what's going to happen in free agency, and nobody's telling us, they're getting these guys or whatever, but just speculatory. We know that the Bills needed some beef up front. And that's evident. You need guys that can contain you need one text that can two gap. All right. Take up two guys, control the line of scrimmage. Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, at the end of the day, what we can say about them definitively, what we know is that they are line of scrimmage people. They believe offensive line, defensive line. That's what's going to win you a championship. You got to have it, and you got to have depth. So what does he do? He goes out and gets Tim Settle. Tim Settle is Tremaine Edmonds' teammate from college at Virginia Tech. Tim Settle can play 0 tech. He can play 1 tech. He can play 3 tech. He's very versatile. Okay. He was buried behind Cameron Payne and Jonathan Allen over with the Commanders, not the Redskins, not the Washington football team, but the Commanders. Ooh, the guy had to pick a better name. That's trash. The Commanders? No, God, no. Matt Ioannidis is another guy. So he was 4th on the depth chart. He doesn't have a ton of production. He has a lot of flash plays because he didn't play much, but his best season was in 2020. Limited snaps. He had 5 sacks and limited snaps behind those 4. Dude's crazy. He's crazy. He's 6'3", about 310. He's around 310, 300 pounds. He's strong, man. He's athletic. He's got some burst to his game. He controlled the line of scrimmage. He's got violent hands for a defensive tackle, man. Tim Settle's a good tackle. And if you go and you just, in Twitter, you put his name Tim Settle, and you could see Washington fans really triggered that he ain't with them no more. They really will miss. No one has said anything bad about the dude. He's a solid guy on and off the field. If you haven't had a chance to go listen to Joe Marino's podcast today about he had a guy on there that was a writer with the Washington Commanders, and they talked about what Tim Settle brings to the table. For those of you, if you're really interested in what Tim Settle can do as a player, kind of who he is behind the scenes, go listen to Joe Marino's podcast, Locked On Bills, and you can hear them talk about Tim Settle because it's really good. It kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. And apparently he has a sack dance, a penguin sack dance. I don't know. I have to check that out when we get off here. But man, he's had double-digit pressures since he's entered the league. After his rookie season, he has double-digit pressures. Man, that's huge. For a guy that really doesn't play a lot, because they got 2 first-round picks in Jonathan Allen and Payne, right? Ioannidis is I think he's Ioannidis 6'6". He's big as hell. He's a good defensive tackle. They just didn't have, I don't know why he didn't play a lot, but he's 24 years old. They're defensive tackles. They're prospects coming into the league this year at age 24. So just think about that. Tim Settle's that young. So that's dope. Daquan Jones is another guy. Okay, 6'4", 320. He played 7 years with the Tennessee Titans, 1 year with Carolina Panthers, and now he's in Buffalo. Okay, he's in Buffalo now. But he's your traditional one tech. So you got him and Starp that can play one tech. Throw in Tim Settle. This should really help out Ed Oliver. These moves are going to help out Ed Oliver, Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano. Okay, that's really good because a lot of people are hating on Tremaine Edmonds, and I think you get a real one tech, 2 gapping defensive lineman. He's gonna allow Tremaine Edmonds to be more instinctual, and you're gonna see him eat more. Okay, I'm telling you right now. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, Tremaine Edmonds is the best linebacker in the league, but he's not as bad as Bills Mafia. They be on his ass, and he's not as bad as he's a good linebacker. All right. JD Mckissic. Let's talk about JD Mckissic too. I really do like the game of JD Mckissic. I think he's a really shifty, quick player. He's got some good speed, not great speed, but what he does and what he brings to the passing game is incredible. I mean, this guy is a pass catching machine. You know, we talked about, you hear people talk about, the Bills wanted Barkley. They wanted McCaffrey. Well, that didn't happen. So they went and they got JD Mckissic. All right. He's going to be, I think he's 28, going to be 29 when the season starts, but he's a good pass catching option, man. He can get it done. And again, another guy from the Commanders, but people, you know, of the media is really reacting to this. He's that guy that's going to open up the screen game, that Josh Allen can dump the ball to, you know, when pressured, right? You know, we all want Josh Allen to kind of take the easy throws. We don't need him to be hucking the ball down the field all the time. He's got to learn, and he's done a better job of that. JD McKissic is going to help you with that. So you got Devin Singletary right now is RB1, McKissic, and your boy Zach Moss, who I don't even know if he's going to be on the squad this year, but he's going to have to show his ass off this offseason. But JD McKissic is he's a good back. I mean, he's a really good back. And go watch some tape of him. Go watch his YouTube highlights. You're going to see what he brings, man. The guy can just catch the ball, and I think he gets like 8 yards after catch per reception. Like, that's good, or 8 yards per reception. It's one of those two, but the guy, he can produce. He can produce. All right. So it's going to be really interesting to see the kind of offense that Ken Dorsey is going to employ. You know, I would love to see McKenzie and JD McKissic on the field at the same time in some packages. That would be kind of cool. You know, you could do a lot of variation with, you know, 2 backs, because, you know, McKenzie can line up in the backfield sometimes. I mean, just the options, you know, that you can. And then, when we get to the draft, man, I got some stuff in store for y'all there. But I think that's going to be dope. So those are the Bill sightings as of right now. And if something happens, you guys can tell me. I'm looking here, and I don't see anything new popping up as far as the Bills making any signings. But Eric is producing a show, so he would tell me if there were any signings. McKissic, has a career high 9.2 receiving yards in 5 of 6 seasons. Average. Okay. Let's see. McKissic in week 4 of the 21 season scored a game-winning touchdown on a 30-yard catch and run and a 34-30 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, man, the guy produces. All right. He's a guy that he you know how, like, defense was line up and they look in the backfield like, Singletary don't scare me, and Zach Moss don't scare me, and Matt Breida, he don't even know the plays. That boy was lost. Matt Breida was lost. He was lost. But now you got a guy and JD McKissic, like, oh, wait, we got to account for that dude. So we need more guys like that. I think it's great. I think it's great. JR, what's good? He says, Sterls for the girls, you already know. What's up, man? Thank you for jumping on in. But yo, man, there's a lot of y'all in here right now. Hit that like button, man. Like this damn show. If you like this, you want to see more of this, like it. I'm here. I'm out here. All right. Yeah, halfback options are going to be wild this year in Buffalo. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I don't think Beane's done. You know, we'll see. Maybe they draft a guy mid to late rounds. Yeah, there's no need to draft a guy any sooner than that. Y'all know I love my running backs, but there's just not a running back that I think that the Bills have to have early. I just don't think. I don't think it's going to happen. Let's talk about. Oh, here's some. Let's talk about the Saints and Bradley Roby. So, I'm in Denver. Bradley Roby was Ohio State Buckeye and Denver Bronco. He has agreed to terms of the contract extension with the Saints. He'll stay in New Orleans on a new deal. All right. So the Saints, for not having any damn cap space, they sure are signing people. I don't know what they're doing with that cap, but they out here doing it. All right. So let's just do this little segment real quick. All right. Let's do this. So we're going to go over the rumors that we're hearing right now. And I'm going to tell you if I approve it. Oh, look at that man. That man's handsome. If it's fake news or blocked. All right. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. So let's do this. All right. So here we go. Here's the first one. All right. Let me throw a little something in here. This is so corny, but I gotta do it. I gotta do a little cheese ball in here. Little rock music. Y'all ready? We're gonna set the tone right. We're gonna set this thing right. Okay. All right. Here we go. You guys ready for this? According to Aaron Wilson of Pro Football Network, Buffalo is one of 5 teams who will pursue Uchenna Nwosu. This is a USC guy. All right. This is a guy that pre-draft I was like, oh, the Bills could take a look at, 4 years ago. Now he's a free agent. So, do I like this move? I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to go with, let's see. What do you guys think? I want to see what you guys think in the chat. Uchenna Nwosu. Is it real? Is it fake? This is a hard one. Let's go with, I'm going to prove it. Because I think he's a young pass rusher. You don't have to break the bank for him. Get him in here to compete. I think he's a guy that shows some athletic ability. Better than what we had on the edge last year, Jerry Hughes and Mario Addison in terms of athleticism. He's better at 5 sacks last year. I like it. If that's a rumor and the Bills sign him, I'll take it. I will definitely take that. That's let's see. Any guys have anything in the? They said who? My man Dirty Jersey said who? Nwosu who? Miguel says fake. Nwosu for 10 mil or Jerry here for 4 mil. I picked Jerry. Shit, I don't think Nwosu's going to command 10 million. My boy Steve Lynn says, who, what, hun? Shoot. But anyway, all right, on to the next one. Buffalo Bills interested in free agent defensive end Chandler Jones per Jordan Schultz. In the chat, let's hear what you got to say. Chandler Jones, a Buffalo Bill. Are the Bills really interested in Chandler Jones? Let's hear it. Come on, chat. Let's go. Let's get it going. All right. What do we got here? Are we going to do approved, fake news, or blocked? Come on. Before I pick mine, I want to see you do it. I want you to pick it. You pick it first, and then I'll tell you mine. All right. I see a lot of approved in here. Eric Farrell says, approve, gosh darn it. Approve, but don't believe. Approve. I mean, there's an AA. There's a lot of approve. Okay. You know what? Are we going to bring in John Jones too, his brother? Shoot. Bring his ass in here too. I'm going to prove it. Look, I think you should get Chandler Jones. I think I talked about earlier in the show. He gives you a pass rush presence, that veteran leadership, and he's a premier pass rusher. You're not going to find it at 25. You're not going to find a pass rusher at 25. So yeah, I say, go get your native son, Buffalo. Go get that man. All right, we talked about this earlier in the show, but the Browns meet Texas quarterback Deshaun Watson on Tuesday. Falcons hope to meet Wednesday. So Deshaun Watson met with them in Cleveland or whatever, or Zoom, or however they did it, probably in person. Now my man's flying back to the ATL. All right, he's going to meet with the Falcons. No, Bill Cosby is not there with the pudding pup. All right, he's there, though. What are we going to do? All right, chat, let's hear it. Let's hear it. What are we doing? What are we going to do with Deshaun Watson? Again, here are our options. We can approve this thing. We can say fake news. Or we're going to say blocked. What are we going to do with this? Is there a who cares option? Well, guess what, Eric? I care. This is my damn show. All right? We're going to keep moving, though. And I'm going to say block because I don't give a rat's ass. I like Deshaun Watson, but it don't move the needle for me. And guess what? If you want to go play in the NFC, by all means, go play for the Falcons because you and Tom Brady can battle out. But I think your Falcons is the best hope because you don't want to come over here in the AFC with this loaded quarterbacks. These teams in the AFC are loaded, man. Don't do it, Deshaun. Save your career. I think you're one of the top quarterbacks in the league when minus all the off-the-field stuff. Go in the NFC. I think you'll have a better career. All right, here's one. The Eagles receiving a lot of interest for six-time Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox. League sources say the Bills, Steelers, and Chargers are all interested. Chargers aren't due to lack of money, per Jordan Schultz. All right, my man Jordan Schultz is dropping them heaters this year. So in the chat, what we got? Fletcher Cox, another defensive tackle. Now, Akeem Hicks is another guy. We could throw his name in there too because I think Akeem Hicks is another guy that the Bills could that they're reportedly showing interest. So let's say Akeem Hicks and Fletcher Cox. Let's talk about it. What are we doing? Is it fake news? What are we doing? Jamal Robbins says fake news. All right, Jamal. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. It's fake. Let's say it's fake news, man. We're gonna go with fake news. All right. I don't know what the compensation the Eagles are looking for in terms of a trade. I don't know. But I just don't see it. I don't see Brandon Beane trading for Fletcher Cox. I think the Bills are going to get Chandler Jones. Now, if you get Chandler Jones and Fletcher Cox, oh my God. Woo-hoo. Boy, hey, that would be filthy. All right, we got a couple more here. Per ESPN, DeRocco, whoever this is, the buzz that Laviska Shenault Jr. is a player the Jaguars may be looking to move on from. No surprise after the team signed Chris Kirk and Zay Jones yesterday. Good Lord. Whoo, shit. Laviska Shenault is a dude. He's a dude. What? Listen. What are we doing? Are we good with Laviska Shenault? What kind of trade package would that include? Shoot. Third round? Fourth round? I mean, he was a second round pick. Fourth round, I think. A fourth rounder gets it done. So would you trade a fourth rounder for Laviska Shenault? Let's see. In the comments, what y'all got? He's not a dude. Blocked. Who cares? Nick Watkins says blocked. Why says never heard of him? He stinks. Oh, my God. I'm going to go approved. Give me Visca, dog. Give me the Visca. And if you haven't seen the boy play, he's nasty with it. You want a run after the catch guy? Woo-hoo. Visca is dirty. He's dirty with it. Okay. All right. Let's go. Tim Graham, the Buffalo guy. Of the Athletic Report, the team is interested in future Hall of Fame Rob Gronkowski, who blew up. In the chat, let me hear it. Rob Gronkowski. Do you want Rob Gronkowski? Do you want him? How do you want it? No. You know what? I'm going to go with blocked and fake news. Hell, give me both of them. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do that. Because Tom Brady is back. He ain't coming no damn Buffalo, y'all. My man likes the sunshine. He likes the Florida. It's his boy Tom Brady. He ain't coming to play with no Josh Allen, man. Screw Gronk. I don't want nothing to do with Gronk now. I didn't want to get my damn hopes up. Hey, last week I was like, yeah, I mean, if he comes, whatever, we don't need him for shit, Now I'm like, man, I don't care. I don't care. You ain't coming up in here. According to Ian Rappaport, the Chiefs and Bills are worth keeping an eye on for Jarvis Landry. Y'all see what the man did to Aaron Williams. Jarvis Landry of the Cleveland Browns. He is now a free agent. What we doing with him, chat? I wonder if you can say his name correctly. Who? Rob Gronkowski? I said his name right, bro. Get on my level, son. Get on my level, dog. God, why you being a hater, bro? You know what? Jarvis Landry, man. I'm gonna say everybody keeps saying Jarvis Landry gonna come to the Bills, man. And I'm going to say block because I don't want him. I don't want Jarvis Landry. I just don't. I mean, what is he going to offer you? Like, why? Why? Y'all seen that TikTok video or the meme where the pastor on there, he goes, why? That's how I feel about Jarvis Landry. Why? I don't want him. Get him out of here. Don't even bring him to Buffalo. Ban his ID. You are not allowed to fly to Buffalo. Fly or drive. Don't pass go. Don't come around here. We don't want you, bro. We can't have you. We can't have you. That's right. That's right, Jonathan. Get at it, my dude. He says, block that bitch. Hell yeah, block that bitch. We don't want him. Art Goldman says, we don't want him. Get out of here, dog. Get out of here. We don't want you around here. You can't come around here playing with us, bro. All right. So that's all we got for our little segment here. That was fun, y'all. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so now this is the part where you guys, been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. So we're gonna do this mock draft. Okay, y'all ready to do this mock draft? Eric, put the mock draft up there, man. Put the mock draft up there. All right, we're gonna do this thing. So now the reason why we're doing the mock draft is because the Bills have made some moves. They've made some moves in free agency. So we got to do a mock draft, baby. We got to see what we doing. All right. So in the chat, all right, we're not going to do any trades. We're not trading. So whatever, you're going to see the phone ring, right? It's going to be hotline blinging. It's going to be Drake. He's going to be like, baby, what's up? And I'll be like, bing bong. When you see these dogs, just know I'm up there going hard, son. We ain't taking no calls. So, all right, so we're all the picks that the Bills have. I think we got 6 or 7 picks. I'm aware that all these players aren't going to make the roster, okay? But we're just living in fantasy land right now, okay? So before we even get into this draft, Eric, cue the music. I need music, baby. I need draft. I need that music again. Put that mess in there, bro. Okay. All right, y'all ready for this? So just think, it's 9 picks. All right, we got 9 picks here. The Bills, I don't think they're going to go interior defensive line because we got interior defensive linemen. We don't know what Chandler Jones is going to do, right? We still don't know about that. We're still waiting on that. Okay, so I think wide receiver is a real need. Wide receiver is a real need. Interior offensive line is a need. I'm not saying that at round 1, but cornerback. So I would say wide receiver and cornerback, or cornerback, wide receiver, if you want to, and defensive end. Those are the biggest needs on this team right now. And that's what we're going to do. So, Eric, go ahead and start this mock draft. Let's see what we come up with. My man said punter in round 1. C Fit says punter in round 1. I'm with you, bro. Let's get that punter. Let's just just get wild in here. All right. Let's get wild in here. All right, Eric, start that draft, baby. Here we go. We're going to go with the Bills, obviously. We're going to do 7 rounds. Let's do 7 rounds. And we're going to do the speed at normal speed just so we can see what's happening. All right, so Aiden Hutchinson, my guy from Michigan, goes numero uno. Kyle Hamilton, Notre Dame, number 2. Evan Neal, number 3. Ike Mekwonu to the Jets. Damn it. Jackson Hill, number 5. Good Lord, that's early for another Michigan guy. But, you know, I'm a Michigan guy. Okay, you see these corners and edge players being taken. And I think that's how the draft is going to go. I think you're going to see a lot of the cornerbacks. Uh-oh, we got a call, and it's Tampa Bay. I don't even want to play with you. All right. So, look, we saw Jordan Davis go number 22 overall to the Raiders. Malik Willis went to the Saints. Garrett Wilson. George Karlaftis, okay, number 24, Dallas, replacing Randy Gregory. Okay, so here we go, y'all. Here we go. Pick 25, we got Devontae Wyatt, interior defensive lineman, which will be a great pickup, right? But I don't know. We're not going to do that. Treylon Burks, I don't want him. Okay, all right, okay. I think we go wide receiver. What do you guys think? Let's look at the cornerbacks real quick. Kyler Gordon, Tariq Woolen, Roger McCreary. Yo, they still got some corners in here, y'all. We still got some corners in here. Let's look at the wide receivers. Let's see what we got at wide receiver. Okay, so Treylon Burks, Chris Olave, Jahan Dotson, Christian Watson. Those are 4 potential Bills targets. Let's look at the edge players real quick, just so say we're gonna take a look. All right, Cameron Thomas, San Diego State. Boy Mafe is an athletic freak. Logan Hall. I think we're good. So let's go back to wide receiver. Man. I think we can take a wide receiver here. I think, you got Josh Allen, you got your ace in the hole, man. Why not give him more weapons? And you got a better offensive line. We saw what Gabriel Davis was able to do. Just think if you put a Chris Olave next to Gabriel Davis, Stephon Diggs, JD McKissic, Dawson Knox. Oh my God, give me Chris Olave right now. Give him to me. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to take wide receiver here. Because, look, you got to understand that Sean McDermott is great with cornerbacks. Look what he did with Levi Wallace, man. Look what he did with Dane Jackson. I think we don't want to hear it, Texans, but I think you don't have to get a cornerback here. I think we can let's see how the board comes to us. Jameson Williams, yes, I would totally love Jameson Williams, but obviously he was already picked, so we can't do it. So we're going to take Chris Olave. All right, so our next pick is at 57. Let's see the Cowboys, we don't want to hear it. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're definitely not taking a damn running back. I'm not taking a running back round 2. Okay, we don't need Olave to have yak. We just need him to go over top and catch that thing. All right. Let's look at the cornerbacks. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got Mario Goodrich, Alante Taylor. I like him. Marcus Jones. Okay. You know what? Go back to edge. Let's see what we got here, because we do need a defensive end. We need a guy. All right. We need a guy. Who? All right. The chat's saying we need a corner round 2. I was gonna take an edge here, but let's go back to the corners, man. Let's please the fans here. All right, fans. This is what we got. You guys tell me in the chat who you want, and we're taking them. Tell me in the chat real quick. Tell me in the chat. Cornerback. Steven Lynn says, look at offensive guard. Let's look at offensive guard. You guys tell me who you want in the chat in terms of cornerback. Let's look at offensive guard, interior offensive lineman. Let's see what we got in here. All right. We got Shamir Saylor. Dylan Parham is a good prospect. Darian Kennard. Oh, my God. That dude's a monster. Darian Kennard is a freaking monster. And, Cole Strange. I think we can get Cole Strange in the 3rd round, though. I think because you have Roger Saffold, you got Ryan Bates, who played really, really good. So we need a depth guy. We need a guy that we can develop. I don't think we need to take interior offensive lineman round 2. So let's go back to cornerback. Let's take a corner here, y'all. So you need to tell me who you want. What corner do you want? It's either Cam Taylor-Britt or Alante Taylor or Mario Goodrich. I don't really want Marcus Jones. So Mario Goodrich, Alante Taylor, and Cam Taylor-Britt. Who you want? I'm going to say, let's go ahead and take Mario Goodrich. Those Clemson corners they're dirty, man. They good. Listen. He's a guy that's going to give you some speed, some length. I think he fits the cornerback prototype the Bills like. I think that is a really good pick for us. So I felt like we took cornerback a little early. So, and man, they keep calling us, man. They keep calling us. We ain't trying to hear it. We don't want to trade up. We're gonna do that later in the show for as we get close to the draft. We're gonna do it. My guy Chris Shanky, that's my dude, man. What's going on with you, bro? All right, we're coming on pick 89. Here we go. This is the third round. The Bills in the third freaking round. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. So, Trey McBride, good tight end. Leo Chenal is a good linebacker. Okay. Jalen Wademeyer. Yeah. Man, I don't really want a tight end right here. I ain't going to lie to you. Jeremy Ruckert loves the Bills, by the way, just so you guys know. Chris Yankee, dog, they blowing me up, bro. I mean, I don't, Jason Novak said, what team is calling? Shit. All right. So, see, this is the thing. What are we going to do in round 3? So, let's look at interior offensive line. Let's look to see what's there. Ed Ingram. Spencer Burford. Okay. I mean, Leviticus Smith. Okay, we can get him later in rounds. Okay, let's look at edge. Let's see what's available for edge defender. Majai Sanders. Okay, I think here we go. I think we take a defensive end here. I think you need another guy, another tall, lengthy guy. I'm gonna go Majai Sanders here. Another guy. This guy from Cincinnati. 6'5". Listen, man, this guy can play. He can play. You can get some guy with some size, some burst. I like Majai Sanders. Let's go get him. That's gonna be our pick. We got it. We need a defensive end. Even if we get Chandler Jones, I think you need to invest in a defensive end. So we got Majai Sanders. Okay. So we got Chris Olave, Mario Goodrich, Majai Sanders. I think that's solid. All right. So now we are going to round 4. And I'm sure our phone going to be blowing up. It's going to be blowing up. We got one wide receiver. I still do think we need another wide receiver, and I think we need a running back. Those are going to be our next 2 targets. Let's do that. So we're going to look running back. Cam Taylor-Britt is still there. Oh, my God. If Cam okay, I was like, okay. All right, if Cam Taylor-Britt was still there, all right. We're just going to have to take him. Okay. Running backs. Kyron Williams from Notre Dame. Nope. I don't want him. Jelani Woods is a tight end. That's a tight end for you. Let's look at the running back position. Let's see what we got at running back. Zamir White. Rashad White. Jerome Ford. Let's look at wide receiver. Round 4, wide receiver. Okay, go back to running back. Let's go running back. Okay, so I like Jerome Ford. Okay, here's the deal with the running backs in round 4. Okay, we do need another wide receiver. That's facts. But I still think I just don't know what's going to be available, and I think we could take another wide receiver. See, this is tough. This is tough. But you know what? Let's go with Jerome Ford. He is a skill set we do not have. We do not have in the backfield. Yes, I took 2 Cincinnati Bearcats. Sue me. All right, but y'all know I'm a Hassan Haskins fan. I think he's dope. But I think I would rather have Jerome Ford here, man. He gives you that speed, that burst, elusive. I think he ran a 4.42 in the combine. I think he's dope. I think he's dope. We're gonna get a wide receiver next round. Just trust me, Reptile. Watch what I do. Watch what your boy GM Sturls do. All right, it's going down. It's going down. No, you cannot wait on Jerome Ford. Watch. The run on running backs is happening. Is right before your eyes. He would have been gone. You see that? I know what I'm talking about. Jason, I'm not overdrafting. That's why this is for fun. This is an exercise for fun. Get rid of that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it. I don't want it. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Y'all some haters, boy. Y'all some haters. Harvey Doolittle says blocked. Y'all some haters. All right. Let's go to the wide receivers. Let's go to the wide receivers. Let's take a look at the wide receivers. Okay. Bo Melton, Romeo Dubes, and Justin Ross. Now, here we go. We do not have a skill set like Justin Ross. He's 6'4", 6'3", and he was injured last year, and they had bad quarterback play. He was injured the year before, and they had bad quarterback play at Clemson this year. Had none of that happened, he would have been like a round 1, round 2 guy. So I say we take Justin Ross here. I think he gives you the most upside. He is something that you do not have in the room. 6'3". He's a good wide receiver. He's a good wide receiver. Yes, interior offensive line depth is coming. Abso-freaking-lutely. So let's go ahead and take Justin Ross here. This is us we're in the 5th round here. All right, so now we're going to go for our interior. We're going to go for our interior offensive lineman here. We want a guy that we can develop here, right? So we got our starter, left guard, right guard. We got our starter. Let's get a guy that we could develop here. I really do like Cade Mays. Cade Mays will be solid. Let's go to interior offensive lineman, Eric. All right. Let's see. Ooh. I say go Cade Mays here. I like him as a prospect, even though he was going to have to learn, the zone scheme, right? I think he's more built for a gap scheme, but I like Cade Mays, the prospect here. 6'5". Yeah, I like it. Let's go Cade Mays here. Let's go Cade Mays. Unfortunately, I don't know if you even have they even have the punters in here. Don't even know, but you guys are haters, so whatever. You guys aren't coming to my draft party now. I'm sad. Y'all some haters. All right. Round 6. Round 6. I know what I'm talking about. Round 6. No, Cleveland. No. Don't call me no more. Hell no. Don't call me. All right. Let's go all. Let's see what the best player available is. Ooh. I think we go tight end here. Let's go to Charlie Kolar. I think Charlie Kolar is a very intriguing prospect out of Iowa State. I think that boy can ball. He's 6'6", y'all. Like, that's a big ass dude. That's a big ass man. Let's go with my boy Charlie Kolar here. I like him. Let's take him. Tight end. Tight end 2, baby. Let's go. We're gonna take my man here. Dilly Dilly Dale. You see, I took Mario Goodrich. All right. We do have a cornerback too. Okay. Now I think Jason No Excess fullback. No, my guy. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Okay. Our pick is coming at 231. Josh Ross was somebody I was looking at as a depth linebacker. We do need one of those. Yes, Charlie can block in line. He's 6'6", 252 pounds. He can block in line. Yes. Ellis Brooks is there. Let's go look at corner again. We could totally use another depth piece at corner. Let's see what we got in here. Let's look at safety. Oh, Smoke Monday. I like Smoke Monday here. I think Smoke Monday can come in. He's a 6'3" safety, bro. Like, that dude can play. All right. He's a chess piece, man. You can move him around. I think he's a listen, do it. Let's get the smoke. I want all the smoke, baby. Bring in smoke Monday. Hell yeah. Let's go. We're gonna finish up this draft right. We're gonna finish up this draft right, my dude. Smoke him if you got him, Douglas Master says. Heck yeah. All right. This is our last pick. This is our last pick, I believe. Let's go linebacker. My guy Ellis Brooks is still here from Penn State. Let's take a look at Darrell Baker's an intriguing prospect. Let's look at when in doubt, you go cornerback, man. Let's take a look at that. Let's look at the corners here. I don't know if you can find a punter in here. I would totally take a punter if I could find one in this draft. I don't see punter. I don't know if you could draft the punters. Can we get a punter in here? Hold on, we're looking for a punter. We're looking for a punter. I mean, you're gonna have to go all the way to the bottom of the damn list. Man, how would if your name was Charleston? I don't think you can get a punter in here. All right, well, we back at it, man. We back at it. Okay, all right. It's either cornerback or edge. And Michael Clemens from Texas A&M is not bad. Ryan Stonehouse is a fantastic punter. I would love to have him. Let's go Michael Clemens. Edge, Texas A&M. I think, kind of like a Darryl Johnson, right? A guy, you draft him late. You can never have enough defensive ends, man. And I think the Bills got to hit on somebody. So I'd rather take a high upside guy, a guy that we could develop, or Ellis Brooks. And I think we got some depth in the linebacker room. So let's go defensive end. Let's go Michael Clemens. Let's get him into training camp. Let's see what he can do. See if he sticks. We put him on the practice squad. I don't think that's a bad idea. All right. So that concludes our NFL draft. So we got Chris Olave at pick 25. Mario Goodrich from Clemson in round 2. User picks. We got Majai Sanders. We got an edge in round 3 and Jerome Ford. Clemson. Justin Ross, K. Mays, Charlie Kohler. That's not a bad draft, man. That's not a bad draft. And Michael Clemens is a really good pick to close it out. That's not a bad draft. If you guys haven't checked out the Draft Network, man, make sure you do. I can pass on Shaq Lawson, actually. But whatever. So that's we're going to be doing multiple mock drafts moving forward because it's just fun, man. It's just a lot of fun. So that's all we're going to do for the draft. But man, this has been freaking fun. Like, there was a bunch of you guys in here just kicking it with us. Eric is in the background, man, doing his thing, producing the show. But you guys know where to find us, man. This is the Hoof Podcast on the Cover One Network. I am Sterling, or Sturls for the girls, or where you want to call me, whatever works for you. Anything with an S. Man, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and enjoy this free agency. Can Chandler Jones come home? Can he come home? This is the Hoof Podcast, and you're listening to the Cover One Network, and I'm out of here. Peace.